EastEnders just aired one of this year's best soap weeks with next to no fanfare. ITV's Super Soap Week is current proof that build-up and promotion has a huge place in soap. Coronation Street and Emmerdale are throwing everything at the publicity for two storylines that see the end of a long-running serial killer storyline and a catastrophic stunt. EastEnders is no different when it comes to building up the tension to draw viewers in. Thankfully, as press, we get to play a large part in that. However, until this week's episodes landed on iPlayer and aired on TV, no fan was expecting them to be so dramatic and impactful. When Tor Jaws hit the floor though, we all soon realized that we were dealing with a pretty much unannounced event week. There were certain small clues there, to be fair. At metro.co.uk, we knew what was going to happen, but even we couldn't have predicted quite how explosively it was going to play out, but we were limited to very small details. However, a teaser we could put out was that a shocking event would happen. Meanwhile, having Simon Ashdown as the writer is a telltale sign that an unforgettable set of episodes is coming. In case you didn't know, this is the chap behind such classics as Who Killed Archie, the Christmas reveal of Stacey and Max's affair, the 25th live anniversary episode, and Stacey being sectioned during a bipolar crisis. With those four examples above, there is one constant: Stacey. So it was fitting that he was at the helm of proceedings as her stalking ordeal reached a terrifying peak. Lacey is one of soap's best actresses, fitting right at home in the Walford community in day-to-day scenes, exuding heart in family and friendship moments, and knocking it out of the park with colossal performances in huge storylines. Theo Hawthorne has been tormenting Stacey for months, after secretly building an obsession after finding her pictures online. It has been an unsettling story arc, which saw him groom his way into her daughter Lily's life. At a time when Stacey needed support emotionally and financially, he was a friend in need, and one that was able to come across kind and non-threatening, as many men with sinister motives can. I don't buy into the claims that Stacey should have realized sooner. It teeters dangerously close to victim blaming and the expectation that it's the responsibility of women to always be on their guard and root out dangerous men. We knew from a very early stage, as viewers, the type of man Theo is, but, as a teacher, a constant helping hand and a pillar of the community, he was able to keep himself off the radar. Even when the mask slipped and he very directly attacked and intimidated Stacey in her own home, she was the one left without any ammunition. It's a very current issue. Well, I say current, it has a spotlight on it through harrowing news stories of men abusing and killing women, but of course, it is no new thing for women to experience. As viewers of a soap, it can be infuriating to see Theo get away with his actions, and we should be angry, but it's more realistic than we'd like to think that he would hold all the cards. Manipulative, effortlessly charming and able to turn off his threatening persona at whim, Theo is free to continue his acts in pretty much plain sight, with the law and burden of evidence on his side to even avoid an order to keep away from Stacey, let alone an arrest. It's a message that hit home as this week of episodes unfolded. After a traumatic day in court in which a smug Theo succeeded with his act of innocence, Stacey was left powerless and without any official support from the law. She had spoken out, told the truth, gone through the correct channels, issued a plea for help, and the very next day, Theo was able to swagger into her home and terrorize her. As she was cornered by the incel, a man with a bitter hatred and dangerous view of women, who has the expectation of validation and sex from him, she was told by him that she wouldn't be believed. He could claim love as tiff after she willingly invited him in. It was a chilling watch, portrayed extremely well by actor William Ellis, who has nailed the representation of the type of man so many women have encountered. As ever, Stacey terror at his hands was palpable and raw through impeccable performances by Lacey. It was a heart-in-mouth series of events, and the true intentions of Theo became clear. Shockingly, or to many, perhaps not, he still believed to that moment that Stacey could love him and that she owed him a relationship, and her body. Pinned to the ground, Stacey was subjected to a horrifying assault, and Freddie entered the scenario before things could go even further.
Spoiler. Vừa rồi các bạn đã theo dõi một sản phẩm của chúng tôi, UK Soát Spoiler, một kênh tin tức chuyên cung cấp cho các bạn những thông tin mới nhất về những bộ phim, sản phẩm của Vương quốc Anh.